Oh boy. We got ourselves a Marvel video. Marvel plans to finish Kang's story and bring in Doctor Doom. Well, this guy usually is on the dot with the leakers. It's the Cosmic Wonder. Let's see what he has to say.
So at this point, I've seen so many people say that they want Kang's story concluded and wrapped up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe rather than just moving on and either not addressing it at all or simply throwing out a statement out there like, well, we're lucky the TVA took care of Kang.
Oh, if they do that, I will be fucking livid. I would understand if, he turned out to be guilty, and when they reappealed, he still was convicted, but he wasn't. He's an innocent man now. He's got, what is it, Moneybag Dreams or Magazine Dreams or something like that that's coming out soon. The bodybuilder movie looks fucking phenomenal. I can't wait to watch that. He's a fucking good actor. And guess what? I want him back in the goddamn movie. Faux show. The tricky part is how to weave him back into the story, because you have that end credit scene where you see all the Kangs going fucking wild. And then you also have the Loki scene at the end where Loki becomes, the last guy, pulling all the timelines together. So it's going to be tricky as well. I've seen some people say they want Kang to pretty much die in Secret Wars, or even before that in Doomsday. I think whatever happens, they need to at least pay Kane they need to have his story be weighted, because we haven't really seen Kane have a heavy impact to any fucking story yet. Like Loki, yes, but he killed him, and he's like, oh well, I'll just come back. So Ant-Man, they killed him. It was actually kind of I liked the Ant-Man movie. I did. A lot of people hated it. But the ending was like, ooh, okay, so we're going to get another version of Kang. And they kind of like, I don't want to say milked it, but those storylines, those characters of Kang were wasted. And so we're going to need something on par for what we've already gotten, or even longer, to even have the same impact of, okay, this is the Kang. And okay, him dying or whatever it might be, it's impactful. I'm nervous they're just gonna throw him away, not even throw him away, bring him back and just like have Doom kill him like that or something stupid. And that's even worse than not even addressing the whole thing, in my opinion. If you just fucking make him feel like he was like no trouble at all, the whole saga was completely wasted. And there's so many fucking duds in that saga as well after Endgame, like so many duds. So you need to capitalize with a win at the end of this phase.
All the Kangs out there, which is kind of a hard sell at this point in time after we've seen the post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Like, yes, the TVA is monitoring all of the Kangs, but how have they not seen a massive gathering of a ton of different variants of Kang the Conqueror? Unfortunately, nothing will really ever come of that post-credit scene. Marvel has moved on from Kang to Doom, but we do have some good news on the Kang front, as it's being reported by many different insiders at this point that Marvel Studios has essentially made up their minds and has decided to include a conclusion to Kang's story in Avengers Doomsday. Yes. Reportedly, Marvel has a plan now to wrap up his arc in the MCU. And if some of the reports we've heard are true about how Marvel Studios plans to essentially eliminate Kang from the MCU and wrap up his story arc, then Marvel Studios has something pretty good planned. But there is some
pretty good for me would be, there's no way they have it, right? Because his whole drama happened throughout the filming of Fantastic Four, I believe. So there's no way he's gonna be in the Fantastic Four movie. But that would be fucking amazing if he was.
Bad news that comes with this. Originally, Screen Geek reported an exclusive that Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige was considering bringing back Jonathan Majors. This got fans really excited, but apparently the Marvel Studios president has changed his mind and decided against it, because what we've heard lately is that even though Marvel is considering and is most likely now going to wrap up the Kang story, they will not bring Jonathan Majors back, but
be fucking kidding me.
They will in fact recast him. And this comes as a real big bummer to a lot of fans who would love to see Jonathan Majors return. In fact, I've seen a lot of videos out there recently talking about how this was one of the biggest mistakes that Marvel Studios could have ever done, pivoting away.
Did y'all watch the Fantastic Beasts movie? Because they recasted Johnny Depp in the finale, in the third movie of that trilogy. And boy, oh boy, did it land flat with a lot of people, because it's not like the guy that they recasted Johnny with was a bad actor by any means, but it just messes up the rhythm. Like, there's a lot of really good movies and shows out there where they have to recast someone. For instance, if someone dies or something bad happens to them, almost recasted Luke. There's a show called Spartacus, which is a very adult film, which one of my friends recommended to me. It's not something I just, walked in on my own. It's a good story. There's a lot of, things slinging around, but they recasted the character for him. And it was a little jarring. Game of Thrones has done the same thing with a couple key characters in the story as well. But I mean, to be frank, it's probably not the worst thing that happened at the season when they recasted. Game of Thrones started going south pretty quick once they got past season 4. But it is what it is.
Away from Kang the Conqueror's story in the MCU. Yes, firing Jonathan Majors, but also choosing to not recast him after they fired him. Because now we are going into Avengers Doomsday with essentially no buildup whatsoever for Doctor Doom. They could do something in the Fantastic Four. Will. Doom is rumored to have a cameo in that film. Even if this ends up being true, it's probably only going to be a quick little cameo and not nearly enough to set him up as the big bad. Hopefully we get a pretty solid, strong post-credit scene. I don't doubt that Marvel was considering bringing Jonathan Majors back as Kang. It's very clear at this point in time they are talking about how to conclude Kang's story, so they don't just leave it there. So it's not like, hey, in the post-credit scene of Ant-Man,
I'm not going to give up hope. They need to bring him back. That is fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that they would actually go ahead and not bring him back. Like, a lot of people didn't like the last fucking movie with Captain America, Mr. Falcon, Captain Eagle, whatever you want to call him, but Bald Eagle. I thought it was a step in the right direction, but this is very concerning to me, honestly. It's one thing to cap off Kang's journey. I get that. But to recast him and cap it off, to give it a conclusion with a recast, is very jarring. Very, very jarring. And then plus there's no lead up for Doom. There's a lot of lack of build up, which is an exact opposite of what they did with the Infinity saga. So not good.
On the Wasp Quantumania, we showed you that one person, or rather millions of variants of one person, are an insanely huge threat to the entire multiverse. Oh wait, never mind, they're just gone. That honestly really sucks. And for the people who aren't watching YouTube videos about Marvel every week and keeping up with all of the news, they don't know any of this. So imagine how confused a general audience would be if you just got rid of a characters who were really built up and then all of a sudden just vanished and a new villain came into play.
That's why ticket sales are down, brother. It's because the normies are gone. There's a couple normies here and there that love Marvel movies, but they go to watch it for the action, and that's about it. The plot does not matter to these folks. It just doesn't.
It's a smart move by Marvel to conclude his story, to wrap it up. And the finalizing of the Avengers Doomsday script is happening right now. It is not yet complete. Filming has reportedly been delayed by a month because the script has not yet been completed. And most of us are okay with that. Yeah. Get this story right. Get Doom right. Get Secret Wars right. That's what we want. And in the process of writing this completely new script, it seems Marvel Studios has written in a story that will wrap up Kang's arc, and apparently they're going to do this by having Doom kill Kang. Now, I've talked about this before when theorizing on my own. I think this is an incredible idea. I think this is a great idea because it will establish how strong Doom is in a situation that Marvel Studios is in right now, and really all of us fans as well, with our new big bad not having been established at all in the MCU yet. To show how powerful Doom is, to show how big of a force he is, it would be a great idea to have him kill Kang. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not an ideal scenario, the ideal scenario would have been playing Kang out through the remainder of the Multiverse Saga. I really liked Kang as a villain, and I
do too. It's untapped potential, bro. It's so fucking good. I don't know why they're moving away. I understand the whole reason they're moving away from it, but like I really think you have a great opportunity to have two big bads, and you have so many different plot threads, you have so many different level characters where there's a lot more grounded characters on Earth, and there's a lot more, you know, in the cosmos, in the universe doing shit. There's so many opportunities to have two really big villains. Like, they're fucking dumb.
Really looking forward to the Multiverse Saga ending with Kang and the Council of Kangs being defeated by the Avengers. I wish we could have gotten that, but hey, we are where we are right now. It is what it is, and Marvel Studios has a plan now. According to My Time to Shine Hello, they have decided on what they're going to do, how they're going to conclude the story, and having Doom kill Kang will do something pretty amazing for the character. We'll talk about what that is in just a bit. But first, thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. If you have been following the channel, you know that I love Factor. And this year, they have been a big part of my New Year's resolution to try and eat healthier, plus trying not to go
Are they going to turn him into a good guy because he dies and sacrifices himself to fight against
gourmet meals that make eating
That doesn't even make sense to fight against Doom.
Their meals are dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. Super convenient, super quick, plus they taste amazing. So if you're busy like me, it's perfect. Plus, if you're trying to lose some weight as well,
I used to do stuff like this.
You can lose up to 8 pounds.
I ended up missing and not eating them.
Meals. This is based,
and pretty much what happened would I would have like so many of these meals in my fridge, and then it was just like
my weight loss.
It was pointless.
They taste great, and you have so many options. You have 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week. And it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals, whether that...
Yeah, if you definitely do something like this, make sure you actually pick out the meals that you want. Don't just go with like a regular program, because that's what I did. And there was a lot of meals that I was like, yeah, like they're all pretty good, but there's some that I wish I didn't get. There's definitely ones that are better.
That's calorie restriction, protein, keto. They've got what you need. Plus, wholesome smoothies, grab and go snacks, breakfast, and more. So if you're trying to hit your weight goals this year, Factor can definitely help. And it's the perfect time to get started right now. Just go to factormeals.com/CosmicWonder50 off and use code CosmicWonder50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code CosmicWonder50 off at factormeals.com/CosmicWonder50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. So yes, Doom killing Kang will set up Doom as a big threat, but it's so much more than that, because you can't just kill one Kang. Doom has to kill them all. That's what they set up with the post-credit scene for Quantum.
No, that doesn't make sense to me. It would be more effective to destroy every single, because like the whole purpose of Secret Wars is destroying every single fucking timeline and bringing all the key characters into one world. So that would be I would assume that would be the result of Kang's death, right? When that happens, killing every single Kang in every single universe does not make logical sense to me, and also cinematically, it just seems very, very problematic to show that on a big screen. To have everyone that doesn't even understand what's already going on to understand that also seems problematic. Am I tripping? Like that seems a little bit too much, right?
Mania. It's not just one person coming after the Avengers. It's an army of one person and his variants. Doom will essentially have to wipe away Kang from existence, meaning every one of his variants will be wiped away as well. At the very least, he has to get rid of the main council of Kangs, the 3 leaders, Immortus, Ramatut, and the Scarlet Centurion. This will not only establish him as a huge threat to the Avengers, but to the audience as well, and the TVA. Because don't forget,
also, who says Doom has to be a bad guy? Who says he has to be a bad guy at first? He could work with the Avengers to fight against Kang, and then once he kills Kang, he takes the top spot.
Loki is going to be a big part of the Multiverse Saga. Right now, he is holding the multiverse together. And from what we've heard and know, Loki is going to have to be dethroned. And I don't exactly think he's just going to leave. I think Doom might forcefully take him out of the throne. And I think this might be because Loki actually confronts Kang. Right now, the TVA's primary job is to look for Kang variants. That's what they do. And they even saw a Kang in the quantum realm. They mentioned that at the end of Loki season 2, and they say that one of the Avengers took care of him. They're talking about Ant-Man and Quantumania. So they see everything everywhere, except for some reason the big giant mass gathering of thousands of Kangs, maybe.
Yeah, how does that work?
Millions. But anyways, if they see all the Kangs out there, then they see one person just delete them all. Well, that person's going to be on their radar, especially if he's going around doing multiversal things. Doom is the villain, so we're assuming he has something to do with the destruction of the multiverse, for whatever reason it may be. In the comics, he actually tries to save the multiverse, but ultimately ends up becoming God Emperor Doom of the only thing that's left afterwards, Battleworld. And I'm sure they'll switch that up a bit in the movie. So when he deletes the Kangs, which is what should happen, he's definitely going to be on the radar of the TVA, and he'll probably end up taking over the TVA and dethroning Loki, whether that's destroying the entire thing or physically taking over. Regardless, if he does this, it's big enough to really set the pace for just how bad Doom is. And if the plan really is for Doom to defeat Kang, I think they go all out. I think they have him defeat all of them, not just one variant, but many. Either way, it looks like we are going to have some type of closure, which is great. It sucks they got rid of Jonathan Majors and the Kang storyline in general, but at least this way it's not left unfinished. At least this way we do get closure. But go ahead, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments down below. Do you think Doom should kill just Kang, just one variant? Will that be enough, or do you?
No, I don't think that's enough. I agree with your point where he has to kill them all off. But I think that should be closer to Secret Wars, the battle, the Battle World. I don't know how I feel about this whole situation. Not bringing back Jonathan Majors is really fucking pissing me off right now. I didn't know that was a thing. Definitely giving this video a like. Go give Cosmic Wonder a subscription if you're not following him. And let's check out the comment section real quick before I do a little bit of an outro and talk about my final thoughts. So we barely got Kang's story. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Having Doom kill Kang to establish how strong Doom is makes no sense at this point, since it has not been established yet how strong Kang is. Exactly. Kang himself has not been established at all. He's been killed twice. Kang returning just to get killed in one scene and not even be played by Jonathan Majors sounds so goddamn bad. I don't know. Maybe Cosmic Wonder made this video just to rage bait people, because I'm fucking furious with this. This does not make sense at all to me. I don't think this is what Marvel's gonna end up doing, because I think they have a some kind of pulse. They got, they understand what's going on right now. A lot of people don't like the new Captain America movie. Some people do. I thought it wasn't terrible. I didn't think it was great. So I think the woke shit is kind of in the past right now. Obviously, Disney is going to be notorious and consistent and probably the last person to let that go. But I think it's on a downward spiral, so that's good for everybody. We can probably get better movies like we used to, back in the Infinity Saga. But I really think that the opportunity to have Kang and Doom would be amazing. This is like I've talked about the Doom movie in length on this channel before. I feel like it's really rushed. I feel like we need more time to breathe and actually build up to that moment. I think you need to flesh out Kang's. I think he should appear in at least 2 more movies. And have Doom kill him in that second movie. But you really need to establish him as a big bad guy before you kill him off. Because think about it. How many normies even know who Kang really is? Like, they've seen him in Ant-Man, but they really don't know how powerful he truly is because they probably haven't seen Loki. Like, I know a lot of people that love Marvel movies, but have not seen any of the TV shows. So there's that. And then to explain, they don't even understand the TVA concept either, because maybe they saw Wolverine and Deadpool, but they don't understand truly the concept of Loki's like holding everything together. So it's just there's so many different plot threads they're gonna have to kind of reestablish, I think, in movies, kind of what they were trying to do with this last movie with Captain America. And I think the direction is a little bit more subtle. Now, the Jonathan Majors things, I don't know if that's true or not. Comment down below if it is. I'll look it up after this, but golly, that just takes me off a little bit. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole situation. It doesn't sound terrible, but that's me being optimistic because I think some of this stuff is not true. But you know, it is what it is. He's got a lot more people on the inside than I do, that's for sure. I don't have anybody. I'm just some guy like you looking at the situation from the outside. So I'm going with my gut on this one. And yeah, comment down below your thoughts. Like the video, help push it out to more people that like stuff like this. Discord's in the description if you want to join it. And hit that subscribe button, man. The Ether, I'm not the Ether. We're the Ether. I'm Trey Swish, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.